And it's important, man, because I always say your second set of eyes, right? I always believe in that. Like even when I go to the club or someplace, I got my brother, he in the corner looking at you, looking at me. Like second set of eyes, I always believed in that. Like I don't know it all. I ain't got it all figured out. I need help, right? And my wife has always been like my unofficial secretary, my unofficial everything. Like, I don't know how to pay a light bill. I don't know who the hell is our light company. I don't know a lot of shit, you know what I mean? But I just trust her so much, you know what I mean? And when it comes to business and my endeavors and shit like that, the way I trust her is the way she trusts me.
That's right.
Like, man, I can't, this nigga ain't showing me no flaw yet, you know what I mean? Like, it got rough. We done send some cars back and got some repos, but it ain't never got that bad, you know what I mean? And, her trusting me, and I think she's seen that superpower. Like, damn, that one time I trusted that nigga and I ain't want to. Boy, we blew up. You know what I mean? Now it's just like, shit, we sit down and have business meetings, me and my wife, and it's like, we sit down and talk. And I'm like, oh, no emotion. I ain't your husband right now. We talking business. Like, let's get through this. I'm going to take you to dinner so we can talk and get through this shit. You know what I mean? So we've learned how to operate so well, man. And it's almost like my wife is that picture you ever see, like if you ever see like a lion and a lioness, right? The lioness, like the lion about to get in the fight, you'll see the woman come and put her head right here. She covering his throat so the other thing can't. Like she protecting him. Even she under him, she protecting. She on go. You know what I'm saying? It don't look like it, like she cowering up under him, but really, she in protection mode, right? And my wife, she is protecting me when sometimes she tell me no. Sometimes she like, nigga, you tripping. You spinning too much. You doing too much. Yeah. And I used to be like, man, you can't tell. Nah, can't do that. Can't. I had that attitude. I had that, man, I'm the boss. Can't nobody. She won't be my boss so bad. I just like, man, you know what, let me let her. Because I ain't got the windpipes to be arguing with her ass. You know what I mean? But, I know she mean well.
Yeah.
I know we on the same page.
She loves you.
It ain't who right, who wrong. Is what's right, what's wrong.
That's right.
Let's get to the bottom of let's get to the solution faster together. You know what I'm saying? And with that being said, man, shit, we got 100%, we locked in. You know what I'm saying?
I love that, man. On the way out, bro, we got young dudes that's trainers, especially here in Atlanta. If they moving from like a small town, they probably never seen this amount of black women, beautiful women, all of that. And then they do start training. Sometimes they can start fraternizing with the clientele and they get too personal, or they start missing payments. As a trainer, as a male trainer, female trainers, how should they go about drawing clear boundaries of just keeping it business and not blurring those lines when it comes to that?
Man, a lot of times, so this is one of my secrets.
Yeah.
My wife be, like I said, when I was at my secretary and all that, like, y'all late on y'all rent, tell her. You know what I mean? This ain't no boyfriend-girlfriend relationship. Like, you ain't gonna bat your eyes at me. You got to pay her.
Real.
You know what I'm saying? So that's like one of my tricks as of lately.
Yeah.
Infusing her in between me and a lot of shit. You know what I mean? And before that, it was just, man, you gotta conduct business.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You really gotta conduct business. And I think for me, people like, man, they look at my gym, see them girls, man, God damn, how you do it, man? You married? How you? This ain't nothing, nigga. I come from the club. Used to be at the strip club working. Like I come from a whole different ball game than this. This shit ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? But some young men ain't exposed to beautiful women and shit like that. So it's exciting to them and things of that nature, man. But again, man, ain't nobody gonna take your business more serious than you.
Yeah.
If it's a little chink in your armor, if it feel like, man, I ain't gonna pay this nigga in my DM compliment and hard eyes, I could be late. I could pay him, take this month off, and you get 1 month off, boy, I ain't gonna never pay you again. You know what I'm saying? So what's important to you? You know what I'm saying? Your business or your penis. You know what I mean? So you gotta pick.
Man.
You know what I mean? Shit. And you ain't get here, this far, and I don't know too many successful trainers who out here just living La Vida Loca. I know them niggas, they ain't got no money neither. You know what I'm saying? They doing all that training and partying and kicking it, and I don't see too much business being handled. You know what I mean? So, man, just lock in. Yeah. Lock in, man.
People, what's up? What's good, man? I am blessed to be your host, Caleb Smith. Today's guest, man, he's going to give us so much game. He's a great brother, bro. I've been following him for a minute, seeing all the work that he's been doing, man, throughout the city. It's electric. So much love to him. Jason Lobdell, a.k.a. Mr. 2 Weeks Out. How you feeling, brother?
Appreciate that, Brody.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
good, man. I'm good.
Yes,
Thank you.
sir. Yeah, man. During this time, bro, so many young black men need people like you who's doing it every single day, who's still cool, still fly, been through it, and standing up strong. If you could talk to young Jason, let's say from 20 years ago, what words of advice would you have for him?
20 years ago, man, I would have told him, pick a couple different crowds, right? Pick a couple different friend groups. You know what I mean? Sometimes young men, we get stuck in that same one friend group, right? Or that one or two friend groups, but I might be with the athletes, I might be with the gangsters, you know what I'm saying? But I got other classmates, I got other people who, you know what I mean, in the different things that, you know, I should have been locking in with earlier. And, you know, I just say all that to say, because once I started changing my environments and start hanging with people that I would not necessarily hang with, a lot started shifting for me. You know what I'm saying?
For sure, brother. Seeing you, man, now with the gym, with the Loft, serial entrepreneur, husband, father, successful. How did we get to this current version of Mr. 2 Weeks Out? What was that journey looking like?
Man, I tell you what, I always kind of been like a manifester, right?
Right.
Always manifest a certain lifestyle, a certain life, and things of that nature. Since I was young, I used to look at, and I'm sure everybody probably does this, but I used to look at certain figures in my neighborhood and around. I used to be like, I'm gonna be just like that. I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna do that. You know what I mean? And really try to thrive and keep that in my mind. What I saw, you know, humble beginnings. I'm originally from Syracuse, New York. The regular degular story that a lot of people have. You know what I'm saying? Like my mom's mom was in the project, so I was born to a project baby. You know what I'm saying? My mom, she was hood, but she always had a job and shit. You know, excuse me.
Nah, you good.
But she
always
had a job and shit. You know what I'm
you
saying?
At home, bro. You good.
And but you know, my father, on the flip side, you know, he was a good guy, man. But you know, I came up in that '80s crack era. You know what I'm saying? The streets got a hold of him. He was a damn mess. You know, it's a lot of broken promises and a lot of rehab and jail, and you know, he in prison right now doing a life sentence. So, you know, we come from the environment, man. But I will say, my mom, she was just a working lady.
Yes,
know what
sir.
I'm saying? Stood tall. My brother, he was on some, you know, trying to be a kingpin at an early age. He was selling coke and bricks and all this stuff while he was in high school. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, my earliest memories is of us on motorcycles. You know what I'm saying? He's 16. I'm however old I am. He got Audis, parked 2 streets down because really he too young to have a license. My mom don't know about it, you know. So I came up in that era right there, man, where, you know, it was a lot of rules being broken, but you know, the man of the house was breaking all the damn rules. So it was hard for us to just take anything, you know, the fear just wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? The fear of getting in trouble, the fear of fighting, shooting it out, whatever. We just never had that because of who the head of the household was at that time. You know
For sure, bro. Seeing you as a man, right? Seeing all the great works, you know, I think about, like, as a leader, nobody understands all the other BS that you still got to deal with, even if it's family issues. Having a father in prison for life, how has that just impacted you on like a day-to-day basis, whether that's, you know, feeling sadness, depression, things like that? How has that been?
So the crazy thing about my father being, you know, there is like, I ain't gonna say it wasn't no surprise, but you know, my dad is the definition of the black sheep. You know what I'm saying? He comes from a good family. Like my mom's a project baby. He had houses. My grandfather was an entrepreneur, you know what I'm saying? Had a cleaning service and real estate. So my father, he just got tied up in the drugs and stuff. But man, my dad was like wild his whole life. Like my father, when he was in high school, he actually stole a snake from the zoo. He had this fetish with these damn snakes. He stole a big ass snake from the zoo. Like kaboom vipers. Like he had illegal snakes in the house. Like he was just like a wild. He was just a loose guy. You know what I'm saying? So nothing he's done has surprised anyone. You know what I'm saying? He's my father. I love him to death.
For sure.
It's like that. Not my baby. You know what I'm saying? Like I still ride with my pops. And that's when the true love, like right or wrong. It's my father. You know what I'm saying? Like this nigga used to tuck me in bed. You know what I'm saying? This nigga used to kiss me. He still kiss me. If I go visit him right now, he gonna kiss me. You know what I'm saying? He never failed at being a father. You know what I'm saying? Like being in his presence, but them drugs just got the best of him. You know what I'm saying? He just couldn't possibly focus and function the way I needed him to anyway. You know what I'm saying?
What can you say that you love the most about being a Black father to a young Black son? What do you love the most about that?
Man, the crazy thing is I always thought my son was going to be just like me, right? And I was trying to hone him and just, mold him to be just like me. And he not. You know what I'm saying? He's just not like me, you know, in a good way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So the things that he do get from me is cool, but I just remember even from an early age, man, from him, as soon as he was able to, my wife said I wasn't paying him no attention until he started being able to walk and run. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't know. But, he was born. He was a baby. You know what I'm saying? Like, I already had a kid. So my daughter got the best of me. But anyway, my son, man, just doing everything that I tell him to do. You know what I'm saying? My boys used to say, he a robot. I had him on a treadmill running backwards, catching tennis balls at 6 years old. He in the first grade. He doing whatever I set forth for him to do. So he became my little science project. You know what I'm saying? And I became obsessed with the growth and the development and the achievements of my son. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't the brightest. I wasn't getting the grades. He on the honor roll. You know what I'm saying? He the 3.0. He the everything that I wasn't. So, you know, and I think that's what it's all about. You know what I'm saying? Like, be super hyper focused on your weaknesses when it comes to your child. You know what I'm saying? Because he gonna get some of you anyway.
Yep.
But it's best to try to put what you're lacking inside of them. You know what I'm saying? So.
Hey, bro, that's a good game. What would you probably say is like the hardest challenge of being a father and then having that son, of finding that fine line between pushing them too hard, knowing when to love, when to correct?
I think it's because the hardest thing is me and my wife, we have different parenting styles, right? Right. She's a fire chief in DeKalb, the county. Yeah. She's like militant, paramilitary. She's like a stickler. You know what I'm saying? I don't really be caring. You mess up too bad, I'm gonna choke you out. But you gotta really push it. You gotta really push me. You know what I mean? Even with my daughter, it's like the crazy thing is my daughter got more of my personality. She the lit one. She the one that's fighting and carrying on. You know what I mean? I'm like, damn, she looked just like me. She acted just like me. Yeah, my son, total opposite. So, but I think the hardest part has been me and my wife having to agree on how we discipline and how we allow them to do certain things. You know what I mean? And I'm the father, I'm the head of the household, but I'm like, I don't want no smoke with my wife. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you trying to have a peaceful home.
Yeah, I was trying to like ride for them a little bit, but it's just like, man, look, y'all niggas making my life hard. Your mama said no, it's gonna be no today. You know what I'm saying? Like, you and your wife, y'all gotta have that bond to where it's like it's us then them. You know what I'm saying? So that was like the hardest part for me. Yeah. The hardest part for me was when it came time to make decisions like teenagers. I got a 19 and a 16-year-old now. You know what I'm saying? So, they always want to go somewhere. They always want to they just want to do shit. And it's just like, man, slow down, hold on, time out, I'm more so lenient. My wife is just like, danger, danger, danger. Like, so we got to find a happy medium.
For sure, bro. Jason, man, take me back to when you first touched down in the A. What was old Atlanta back? Because, bro, I'm 27, right? Okay, so all we hear about is old Atlanta, old Atlanta. So if you can show us, what was that like? So
not being born here, I could tell you this. So from where I came from, right, it was white and black. You know what I'm saying? I'm from upstate New York, Syracuse. So just to give you an example, every cousin I got a white mom. Like my brother got a white mom. Like it was super mixed. It wasn't no color. It wasn't no, it's just, your next door neighbor was white. Even in the hood, projects, they got white folks. You know what I'm saying? So it was it was a little different. But when I got to Atlanta, it was so damn black down here in a good way. It was just like, I've been going to the doctor. I've been going to hospital. I've been going to everybody, all the bosses, all the police, fire. I go to the dentist black. I go to the doctor black. The hospital, the surgeons, everybody black. I'm like, damn. I'm looking at the cars. I'm looking at, and it's just like, it just was an eye opener for somebody to just see how we just was really, really running stuff, and that's just on my first impression. My first impression was, wow, this is gonna be different. You know what I'm saying? And then, high school in the 90s and things of that nature, like the tail end of Freaknik, is like, I'm just old enough to get on the bus and go downtown and get in the mix of that shit. I'm just looking, we in the ninth grade when all this going down. It's like, damn, Atlanta is crazy. And the thing that people don't know is just like, we had Freaknik, but it was like an hour down the road you had this, an hour down the road you had that, and every university had their own little thing. You know what I'm saying? They still do stuff like homecoming, but I'm talking about, it was like Players Ball, Freaknik, Slutfest. Like, it was Daytona Beach, like all this shit. Like, every month there was something to do, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it wasn't no cell phones. It was just outside. It was just, you had to, if you want to get to that girl, you had to communicate. You had to open your mouth.
You got to have people skills.
Yeah, you had to be charming. You had to be something, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, it was really like that. So I got the best of both worlds, you know what I mean? Nice. Like, we didn't have, and when I was in high school, we didn't have like cell phone. Like cell phone, I came out in 2000. Cell phones was really like that year. Yeah, I came out type thing. So I wouldn't change nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, to have that, and then the flip side, is lit.
Young Jason, what was that young brother like back then during those times?
I was bad. I was really, really, really bad, man. I always tell the story like, before I made it out of elementary school, I found myself in handcuffs twice, right? And this is way back. First time I was in New York, got brought home in handcuffs. They were like, I can't take this little nigga to jail. Another time when I was, when I first moved down to Atlanta, like a year in, I'm probably like 6th grade, you know what I'm saying? I get arrested again, police, my parents got to come get me and all that. So I was just like super duper bad, super duper active, right? And I was like that even through high school. The funny thing is, I met my wife in high school. And that is when I really started to mature. You know what I'm saying? When I met my wife, it's funny because, you just hanging with the homies, you know what I'm saying? We going to the clubs every weekend, we fighting and revving our hood, and we just doing hood shit, you know what I'm saying? I work at Fletcher's on Candler Road, which is Al's Pizza. I mean, it was Al's Pizza House then, but Fletcher's, but we right on Candler Road. My parents, I got a good house, but the niggas I'm with, they selling dope, I'm selling dope. You know what I'm saying? We selling more crack than chicken some days, you know what I'm saying? And it was just like, I was drawn to that because that just kind of, like when you move to a different city, some people can attest to this, somebody always remind you of somebody, right? Like, damn, you remind me of my boy BJ from back home. Damn, you remind me, you act like my pops, you act like my cousin, you act like my brother. And you just drawn to those people, right? And it ain't necessarily a good thing all the time, you know what I'm saying? Like, because like I said, it was rough. We was some hooligans. Come down here, I'm looking for the hooligans. I'm looking for people that's like me, you know what I mean? So a girl really did a lot of changing when it come to me, you know what I'm saying? Even the way I dressed, a lot of things changed once I met my wife, you know what I'm saying?
Bro, hearing that, I love that, because in today's time, everybody's talking about how they can't find love. Everybody's fighting men versus women. How has finding your partner at a young age impacted your entire life? How has that been for you?
Man, it's been a blessing, bro. My biggest blessing, actually. So funny, me being married 23 years, a lot of men, want to get advice. Even females too. People want to get advice, man. But I'm just like, nobody's simplifying things. You know what I'm saying? I remember when I got my wife, niggas was like, man, how the hell you get her? You know what I'm saying? Well, at some point, she had to say, all right. You know what I'm saying? She had to try it out. And I just see what's going on in this generation right here, man. It's just like, the women's checklist is pow, 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 pow. Ain't nobody telling you to go with nobody ugly. Ain't nobody telling you to but damn, everybody, you need every box checked. And they think that's settling. That's not settling, but if the product is finished, it's like a car. Like, damn, you don't put no rims on it, you don't want to tint the windows, you don't want to do nothing together, you don't want to do nothing to the car, And it's like that with relationships, you know what I'm saying? And I'm only touching on the women right now,
for sure,
because of the ratio. In Atlanta, it's like 20 to won. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
And what I noticed, like in my gym, I say this all the time. I got 2 homeboys, right? I got 2 homeboys that's probably dated 80% of the gym.
Wow.
2 guys.
Wow.
Everybody like everybody, but it's only 2 guys that these girls give a chance, right?
Hey, he's the top dog, sir.
And bro, it's just like, what the hell is that? You know what I'm saying? We in a smoothie bar one day, we having a conversation, and they talking about who the top 3 girls in the gym and this and the third. And bro, you would be surprised. It's 10 niggas in there, and it's like 7 different girls that they picked. Like, man, she the one. Boy, you crazy. She the one. Guys kind of see who, like, I like how she talked to me. I like how she's soft. She's a woman. She's kind. Whatever it is. Like, guys see what they see and be like, she the one. Wow. Wide variety. Yeah. Females, and I ain't saying all female. this is my case study for anybody who's finna be in these comments coming for me. My case study shows that all women want like the boss, the top dog, you know what I'm saying? And that's just like, we got to fix that. And I say, we got to fix. I got a black ass mama, black ass wife, a black ass daughter. You know what I mean? Like, we got to fix that collectively as a community. You know what I'm saying? We just so guy versus girl, like, it ain't never been like this before. It ain't never been us against them. And it's like that now for some odd reason. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, it shouldn't be like that, man. It should be like a lot more conversation on, you know, what's going on. I remember in my era, it was like the ballers, right? That balling kind of like, damn, the girls want ballers. You know what I'm saying? Like that was like the beginning of, you could see like the switch. I know it's been going on forever. You know what I'm saying? Nobody want to slouch it. You know, the top dog, shit been going on 100 years. You know what I mean? Everybody want them, but you're not telling everybody no because you want this nigga. Like, when did that start? You know what I mean? And it's just a lot of beautiful girls, just so single, man. And it's just like you overlooking your type, you know what I'm saying? You got a type, and you overlooking everybody that ain't your type. You know what I mean? So, man, I hope this go viral and everybody hear, a million women hear this one part. Take it from hey, because I done been to more weddings than anybody, bro. My boy Jessica, my girl Jessica Lane and Mike, right? My boy hit me. Was like, bro, who is that you keep showing your page? Who is that girl? Wow. I'm like, oh, that's Jessica. That's a little sis. She cool. He like, bro, I gotta have her. I'm like, I'm looking at Mike, I'm doing my evaluation. I'm like, all right. I ain't never known you to be no playboy. You ain't never asked me about no girls before. You know, she near and dear to me. So, all right, I see what's up. Man, I hook these folks up. And man, I would like to say within 2 years, married, beautiful house.
That's quick too. That's cool.
Everything. 2 beautiful boys. Wow. Like, it's lit over there.
Wow.
But it's just like, she didn't say he's not my type. You know what I'm saying? And I've seen, you know, somebody she dated before or talked to before, you know, she just was like, all right, I'm gonna give him a shot. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna see what's up with him. Wow. It was like a referral. Okay, bro, I trust you, so let's go let me trust him a little bit. You know what I mean? So again, man, I just think that we, our community struggling when it comes to that, man.
Nah, for sure, man. Do you think it's actually possible to find love in the gym? Do you think that that's possible
100%.
In today's time?
100%.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro, let me tell you, man, at every single location I done had, somebody I met in there and got married.
Wow.
I done had 3 gym locations.
Hey, that's a dope accomplishment.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I done been to, and these is just the people that I know met in the gym. You know what I'm saying? Like, I train a lot of the pretty girls, so people be asking me and stuff like that. So a lot of dope relationships done came from,
that's hard. You
know, being in that atmosphere too. Cause it's good energy, man. Dopamine rush, you know what I'm saying? You're feeling good, everybody. You know what I mean? Your depression gone for that 1 hour you in there, and you know, it's kind of like a country club. My gym, you'll work out for an hour and you been sat in there for an hour arguing about Jordan and LeBron, you know what I'm saying? Or whatever the case is. So, you know, I think that's a good place. That's a good place to meet a significant other, a gym. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, man, I agree. Young Jason, man, I was on the trucks, right? You go back to 2014. What was that like aha moment of, I got to get off of this and it's time to actually take this serious, get in the gym, start this gym business?
So the funny thing is I was a client of a gym, right? I had a trainer. I had a personal trainer for 6 years before I became a trainer. And he used to always say stuff like, man, you need to be a trainer, because I'm in there correcting people for him. And, you know, I did a bodybuilding competition. My wife did 10 of them. You know, our body's in tip-top shape, so we kind of like the people you look to at that particular gym. Shouts out to the Steel Mill. And, you know, he put it in my head first And, you know, along the line somewhere, we started doing like fitness classes and stuff like that. But it wasn't everybody in fitness everybody I knew in fitness. Let me just say this. In the trucking industry, I became a 6-figure nigga at 23. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't
back then too.
Yeah,
That's a big accomplishment.
6 figures. Like I was making 6 figures at 20. Soon as I was old enough to get the contract. See, what happened was my uncle had a contract with the trucks, right? And I did delivery. And when I graduated high school, he was like, well, when I stopped going to college for that 1 year, he was like, man, just jump on the truck with me. You know what I mean? So I jumped on the truck with him and I learned everything, you know, with him doing the deliveries, doing rooms to go, just delivering furniture. And I wanted to do it. I'm like, damn, I'm doing everything anyway, but driving, you know what I'm saying? So I inquired. They was like, you gotta be 23 to get approved on the insurance to be a contractor. Man, as soon as I turned 23, I already had my truck lined up. I just got to go put the down payment. You know, the contract was ready for me and I hit the ground running, you know what I'm saying? And we making, you know, 25, 2,000, 25, 26, 27, $3,000 a week on the truck, you know what I mean? So I was making good money for a while, right? But I will honestly say that, and if anybody know anybody who does deliveries, I probably had the hardest job in the world. Bro, when I tell you that shit was so hard, it was because I graduated to appliances, right?
Oh, so that's like refrigerators,
hump straps, you carrying it up steps, townhouses, taking the doors off. Like it's a lot of work, and you get 2 days off a year, you know what I'm saying? Christmas and Thanksgiving. So rain, sleet, snow. I'm in Cartersville, I'm in Chattanooga, it's snowing, we in the mountains, it's bad, you know what I'm saying? Just that part of the job, you know. But that part of that right there just made me such a hard worker for what was gonna happen later on in my life, right? So I tell people all the time, like when and I call that a job because I had a contract with a company, but when I did have a job, I was the number one truck, you know what I'm saying? My truck was off the dock first, back first, you know, all great ratings, you know what I'm saying? I applied myself really, really well, right? So when it came to getting into the fitness industry, right, I thought I was just gonna go ahead and just put down some bread on the gym and, you know, that'd be that little income, right? And the gym just sucked. It just wasn't doing nothing. And it was a good gym. The guy who owned it before me passed away. Trying to pick up the pieces, and it just wasn't no money in there. So I'm like, I gotta start training. So I started working on a truck less and started training at the gym 2-3 days, stuff like that. And I discovered that this was my passion, right? I discovered that the days that I went to go to the gym, I woke up at the same time, no different, schedule the same, but I just could not wait to go. I was writing down my workouts at night. I was excited about going to work. I'm like, damn, I'm excited about going to work. You know what I mean? I tell people all the time, if you're having a hard time discovering your passion, just think of every job paid the same amount of money. What job would you wake up every morning and do with a smile on your face? Yeah. And for me, that was training, right? So I couldn't wait. I was ecstatic to go, you know, go train my clients or whatever. But that right there, I ended up, the people on the truck called me like, hey, bro, these guys messing up. I need you back on your truck. And I'm like, hell no, bro, this is all I can give you. These 2 or 3 days I got right here, this is all I got. You know, and he like, bro, you gotta get your ass back on this truck. I'm like, damn, I'm making $2,000 a week in the truck. I'm making $2,000 a month at the gym. I'm like, shit, you know, that was good little hustle. I thought it was, you know what I mean? But I had to come to my wife like, look, I can't see me getting back on this truck. And I'm only making this right here. But I'm dope enough and I can see how it's going. I can see the trend. Like I'm about to blow up in this shit, but I just started and they already tripping, right? Yeah. So long story short, man, I had to pick passion over paycheck, right? That means my pretty shiny Mercedes Benz, I watched that shit leave on a tow truck. One of the most emotional days of my life because I know what I knew what it took to get that big body Benz in my 20s.
And it's just driving away.
Yeah, and I just like, the house, you know, everything was just like, you know, house was in jeopardy. But I'm just like, I never been so sure of myself until it came to this, right? I'm just like, I am positive, you know what I mean? So the hard talk with my wife was like, man, you got to trust me on this one. Like, I got you. I ain't never led you wrong before, you know. I've had a lot of business. I've been an entrepreneur for a long time. I hit some licks. I done had some big nights and doing other things. And, she just was like, all right, nigga, truck gone, go get my mama old car. The mortgage start getting behind, shit like that, man. But I gradually was able to start pulling myself out the mud, right? And just with that much dedication and that much, with your back against the wall and all that shit, right? I went from making $25,000 that first year, that whole year, making $25,000 that whole year, to fast forward a year later, I stayed down and grind. I was making $25,000 a week in fitness. You know what I'm saying? So my testimony is, man, whatever you're doing, do that shit to death. Do it better than anybody else. When nobody waking up longer than me, earlier than me, when nobody in there, when nobody like me. I ain't had no blueprint to copy. You know what I'm saying? I just took my personality, my work ethic that I had from them trucks and all that effort that I was putting over there for them folks. I put that shit into my own business, man, and it just blew up.
Hey, man, a testimony, like what you said,
Nah, for sure.
So many entrepreneurs on social media don't talk about that. They don't show that side. And then what happens when they sell information, people, once they start to fail and see adversity, it's like, hold on, you didn't tell me about this part.
Yeah, for sure.
So, man, thank you, because people need to hear that. But, man, back against the wall, so many people fold. Mortgage is behind. The car, it just got taken, bro. I'm going to just hop back on that truck.
Yeah.
How did you stay sane? Because, man, we got so many people who's tuned in who's probably going through a similar type of thing. How should they stay locked in and then realize, man, I can't fold during this time?
The thing is, man, I just, when I realized I wasn't hitting my numbers, I wasn't getting what I needed to get, I wasn't doing enough, right? I just wasn't doing enough. And, now 2025, everybody think that it's just social media, right? It's just like you post, damn, ain't nobody liking my post, ain't nobody seeing my post, things like that. I'm like, look, nigga, for one, you need to be sending investing in the posting, right?
Yeah.
If you are trainer, I'm just gonna use it as an example. Like one of the trainers I had came from Tennessee, and he's posting all this old Tennessee shit. I'm like, bro, you ain't finna get nobody to see that but the people in Tennessee. I said, is your page a business page? Are you promote? He was like, no. So I got his phone, turned his page into a business page, put his credit card on file. I said, bro, just put $10 behind your post, right? But them $10, now you can switch the demographic. You could say, put this zip code in. I want people within a 10-mile radius to see it, women between this age and things of that nature. And guess what? This nigga listening. And this guy from Tennessee ended up having more clients than the people who had their mamas and cousins and everybody else signing up for their program. He ain't know nobody. He just bet on himself, right? So a lot of times I'll be telling my story and people are like, well, that's you. You know what I'm saying? Nah, what about the rest of these niggas? You know what I'm saying? I got a whole lot of stories of people who, what do you call it? Ran the play, right? Just be coachable, right? And shouts out to him. That nigga got his own gym now. He doing his thing, you know what I mean? But it started with that spark. It started with that, yeah, you doing it, but you need to do more, right? Got guys who, the paper flyers. Man, nobody trying to print no damn paper flyer. Man, you better go your ass to the mall, put on a tank top, and go get you some clients. You know what I'm saying? So I just think that sometimes when we get stuck, like, what the hell am I not doing that my competitor's doing? You got to do market research. You got to see what your competitor's doing. You got to see what the big dog's doing that you're not doing and start doing it.
Man, being down as a man, as a father, as a husband, I know that is not easy, bro. How did you just stay confident during that moment as well, mentally?
That's a good one, bro. Cause I was, I would love to sit here and like, man, I knew I was gonna talk my shit. You know what I mean?
Cause it's you don't know. Yeah, you don't know.
No, sir. Yeah. I just was like, damn. One thing I always knew was work ethic got me out of a lot of bullshit, right? Just work ethic got me out of a lot of, and it awarded me a lot of things that I wanted, right? And I just kept that in the back of my mind, man. But I've been depressed like twice in my life, and that's probably one of the times where I was depressed. But nigga, you don't know you depressed. It ain't no, your face don't turn red when you depressed. You don't know you depressed. Yeah. You staring, you just like locked in. You just like a zombie sometimes. You know what I mean? Like your mind going a million miles an hour. And it's like a sadness, you know what I'm saying? But the only thing about it was I was sad and I felt like I might be letting my wife down, unsure and things of that nature, man. But again, at the end of the day, and I think I always knew that I could go back to the trucks and shit like that, man. But it just wasn't, I guess that was my motivation. Ain't no way in the hell I'm putting on them damn shoulder straps and carrying them refrigerators no more. After coming in here with this Nike shit on and relaxing in this AC. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that was like my motivation, you know what I mean, to dig deep, man. But, you know, to get up out of that, I started switching how I was operating too.
Yeah.
I started listening to like motivational stuff. I'm listening to Eric Thomas, you know, I'm listening to nigga, you can do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm programming my brain with the words of other people, strangers. You know, I'm going to sleep listening to sleep prayer, protection prayer at night. I still do it. 10 years later, this is, you know, you go on YouTube, you type in protection prayer, and it's just like you're protected, you're guided. You know, they're reading scriptures to you, and it's just like, it's soothing. So I'm subconsciously programming my mind to be a winner. Like, you got it, you can do it. You know what I mean? Like, you know, whatever you focus on, man, that shit grows. Yeah. If you focus on, damn, man, that shit gonna grow. You know what I'm saying? If you focus on, all right, I got one, I can get two. Yeah. You focus on that 1, 2, that 3, that shit turn into 50 clients. You know what I'm saying? But again, you gotta lock in on the positive. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I did.
Programming. Manifestation.
Absolutely.
That is very huge earlier, and you talked about that. Why is that just so important? Manifesting, talking good to yourself, things like that.
For me, man, it was just like always a constant reminder, right? Like my phone used to always be if you want to know what I had going on, look at my phone, my screensaver, even down to my dog. I wanted this damn Presa Canario. I wanted this dog, this $2,500 dog. I'm like, damn, I'm gonna get that dog. And I just had a picture of that damn dog on my phone. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I just was like piecing money together until I, you know what I mean, like got that dog. Yeah. And, you know, just one of the things that I just remember, like, but that's manifestation. You like looking at it, you telling yourself you gonna get it, you know, and the same thing with my car, my S550, that was my screensaver, right? And I was like, damn, I'm gonna get this car. But not only that, once you start looking at something enough, you start devising a plan, and you start thinking, okay, so what are the steps to getting this? What is the first step to doing this? You know what I mean? Like some of the stuff we put off to later on, I'm not like that. I'm like, man, let me go get my credit pulled now. Ain't no sense of me saving up for this car. I don't even know where the hell I stand with these folks. You know what I mean? So I went there and I test drive it. You know, I'm looking at it. I'm kicking the tires. I'm like, all right. Knowing I ain't ready to get this damn car, but I'm like, shit, he don't know.
That's right.
You know what I mean? And sometimes you get information like, shit, bro, all you gotta do is get this and you'll know it'll be this. And it's like, shit, now I got numbers to work with. You know what I'm saying? So again, you know, put it in your own face and do the research, do the stalking of the product or the whatever it is that you're trying to do, man. And watch how that shit comes faster and faster and faster. You know what I mean? People tell me all the time, like, yeah, man, next year I'm gonna get me a house. I'm like, what happened next year? Nigga, it's February. What you talking about? Yeah, no, I just, you know what I mean? I was going to do this. I'm like, nigga, you tripping.
You got time right now.
You tripping. Do it. Have you got pre-approved? Have you done? Take the steps, man. Go take the steps. I'm telling anybody, take the steps toward any goal that you have. Go see where you stand with that goal, whether it be a house, car, female, whatever. Go have that conversation. Look, man, when you see yourself getting married, like, don't waste your time guessing and hoping and wishing, man. Go start putting action into place. You know what I'm saying?
Good talk, bro. In your story, man, hearing you talk about working, but still putting money into the gym. As young business owners, when is it time to step away from that 9 to 5 and then lock in on the business? Because unfortunately, we see too many people jumping towards the business lane way too fast and still not trying to go to work, clock in, and then run the business too. So
let me say this,
when is it
man.
time?
And I always say is, you know, you're a product of the people you place in your presence, right?
Right.
You know, you become what you're around. And, you know, in this case, it's my wife, right? My wife, she's a fire chief. Youngest black female fire chief to Cobb County history. Wow. She was #1 in the captain's test, the youngest, like she was like hitting numbers like LeBron, like the numbers that youngest to do all this stuff, right? Wow. Scoring the highest on these tests and all that. So she had a really decorated, dope ass career. And being around this entrepreneur's husband, you know, she kind of, you know, she always wanted to be a career lady, but long story short, man, she stepped into the space, you know, it was these bands, right? These little booty bands, because she do a workout class. And she was like, I'm gonna sell these bands. Wow. They came in, I saw them, it had a logo on them and stuff. I was like, okay, how many bands you got? She said 100. I'm taking them to class Saturday. I'm like, you sell them in person? She's like, yeah. I like, put them online. She's like, I ain't on the website. I said, put them on Shopify. She said, what's Shopify? I said, Google it. Rolled my ass over and went to sleep. So she she Googling Shopify. She watching YouTube videos and stuff, man. And long story short, that night, She put the bands on like the hardwood in our on our floor, took a clean picture of it, uploaded it to her Shopify, put the link in her IG story, right? When they used to have to swipe up. She put the link in her IG story, went to sleep, you know what I mean? She got to go to work the next day. She a firefighter, she wake up 5 o'clock in the morning, you know what I mean? She wake me up at 5 o'clock in the morning like, nigga, look. She done sold half the band. She done made $900 in her sleep.
Wow.
And, you know, once your mind sees the potential, it's hard to unsee it, right? Once your mind is exposed to something like that, it's just like, oh shit. You know what I mean? So she saw that and was like, damn, right? So now it's on and popping. She like, I'm finna get some leggings in. I'm finna, you know what I mean? Like, so she started her company, Body Envy. And my stories be long and drawn out because I need y'all to hear what's going on, right? Yeah. So she started her company, Body Envy. And Body Envy went on to do $1 million first year too, right? So she did $1 million in business with Body Envy, right? And while she's doing this, you gotta understand, she's a fire chief. She's making probably $90,000 a year, right? In her business, she's making $90,000 and $100,000 a month. Mm-hmm. It's hard to get up and hit that clock. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to keep missing stuff, and you got all this damn money, right? Yeah. Bro, and she had a goal of, I gotta hit my 18-year mark, regardless. Yeah. This money cool, nigga, but I got goals that I set as a 19-year-old girl, whatever, you know what I mean? When I started this shit, I gotta finish this shit. So man, she woke her ass up every day for a year and went and served the citizens of DeKalb County, fire hat, truck, smell like smoke. She went and took her ass to work. I know she making $25,000 every Friday. I know she having $40,000 days and shit like that. And it's just like she took her ass to work. You know what I mean? So again, my stories be long, but I say all that to say this, man, just because you want to become an entrepreneur don't mean you have to stop doing what you were doing. That's right. I just gave you 2 examples of 2 niggas who tried to do both. I tried to do both until they told me, nigga, you can't. If you ain't on this truck, I'm canceling your contract. So boom, I had to go be that entrepreneur, right? But, and I didn't have to. It would have been smarter to go back to the truck in that time period, but I didn't. But my wife, that shit ain't, it's no reasoning for, I ain't gonna say no reasoning, but it's like, she's the prime example of stay down. Like, nah, I signed up for this. I said I'm gonna retire as a firefighter. I gotta put 18 years in. And she just took her ass to work, man. So I say that, you know, some people start their entrepreneur journey and they start making a little money, or damn, I could pay my rent with this. I wanna go out on a limb. Nigga, for what? Do both. What is you rushing for? What is you rushing to, you know, don't nobody wanna work. Yeah. She had zero problems working. It just got to a point where she just couldn't, like, now I'm really finna be messing up generational wealth at this point. Like, I can't turn my back on my own business. You know what I'm saying? So she came into that crossroad where she had to, at 18-year mark, she like, I wanted to do 20, but this shit is like overwhelming. She got a big ass 7,000 square foot warehouse, racks to the ceiling. That's a lot of work. Yeah. It ain't the clothing line that we started in our damn garage.
It's a machine.
This shit is employees and all that, you know. So yeah, it was different, man. But again, take her business model, man. Do that shit until you can't do it absolutely no more.
Keep working.
Yep, keep working.
I love that, brother. Man, your wife, hearing that story, bro, she did something that was very important. She actually Googled it. She looked it up. She did the work. Yep. Oftentimes, you will talk to people, you can give them the entire rundown, and they still won't do it. Yep. Why do you think in today's time people are so lazy, Jason? Like, bro, you can give them your course for free, and they still not going to watch.
You know, it's so funny you said that because, you know, I did have a course. And I had 3 cousins. 2 of them niggas called like, hey, bro, we trying to get these. Let me get that course. Let me get that code. I like, boom, gave it to them. Boom, gave it to them. They don't know. I could see when you open it, if you get to page 2 or 3, nigga, I could see. Y'all, you niggas ain't did nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at it because y'all my little cousins and I want y'all to. So that 3rd little cousin called, hey, boy, them niggas say they got the, man, go on, send me a code. I'm like, nah, bro, you got to buy it. Yeah. Them niggas ain't do nothing. Yeah. They ain't do nothing with it, man. You don't pay attention. And he's like, all right, hung up, the nigga bought it. He was the only one to get an Airbnb. I'm like, damn, see, he the one that put the, you know, you put a little skin in the game, man. You put like, what's the risk? What's the reward? Like somebody give you something and you put that shit on the back burner. Yeah. You invest in it, you probably gonna see it through a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So that's my story on that, man. But I think that the microwave success and the Instagram and the capping and all that shit, like people can't depict what's real and what's fake, man. You know, to the point where it's like they don't know that the biggest bosses don't work. Probably was the hardest worker at some point.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, I don't know a nigga who worked harder than me. I just don't. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know no coal miners. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can see them niggas in them caves and shit like that. But bro, a regular in the city of Atlanta, man, that shit was so hard, bro. But it was just like, we did it because, nigga, we got Benzes and big houses. Like, I'm going to do it to death because this is the fruits of the labor. You know what I'm saying? But people want to take these shortcuts, man. I don't know nothing that's sustainable from a shortcut.
Facts.
Everybody hit licks. Everybody had $1 million a year. Everybody had, nigga, 10 years. It's hard to do that shit for 10 years in a row. You know what I'm saying? 2016, I'm 9 years in. And nigga, I'm working hard as hell. My feet hurt. I'm 43 years old. Nigga, my job is exercising.
Moving around.
Outside of training, my online program, I am doing, like, I got a camera just like this. I set this shit up, set my light up, and I'm doing 30-minute workouts with these niggas. You know what I'm saying? I'm dead. But I'm like, shit, this is what I picked. You know what I'm saying? And ain't nobody showed me the shortcut, and I ain't looking for it. I ain't Googled a shortcut. This shit working. Hard work always works.
Every time.
I'm stick to that.
Fruits of your labor, man. I love hearing that statement. But for all the young dudes out there that's working right now, you know, they could say, hey, Mr. 2 weeks out, I'm grinding, but I see no fruits. I'm going to work. I'm trying to run my business. I'm still broke. What can you say to those young dudes? You might have to say that.
Man, I think that what I learned later on was the investment, right? Like, are you invested in yourself?
Right.
And they like, I mean, nigga, what are you investing in? Well, I mean, I'm trying to save up for this. Nah, that's what you gotta do. Continuous education, right? I didn't start popping, and shit ain't start getting easier until I started learning about these systems and these funnels and all this shit that people doing that's automated, that's just making their life so much easier, right? But ain't none of this shit free, right? So what happens is when somebody tell me that they want to, what line of work you in? Oh, I'm trying to be stocks? Yeah, go get my boy Wall Street Trapper course, right? Oh, you trying to do, because you want to go on YouTube, get it for free, and then put up $2,000 and blow $2,000. Nah, nigga, go take that $2,000 and go get in this super master course where you getting this all the way information, and you're gonna start doing the trades that he doing because you in this program, and you know the damn data is there. These students are successful, you know what I mean? But man, trying to get niggas to invest, and you know they got this scammer thing out now, and I understand it, like these niggas scammers and shit like that, but you know, I look at when I started my course, right? Neo said, they used to call my buddies scammers and shit, right? Them niggas got courses, them niggas scammers. I'm like, I know these niggas, they ain't scamming. They really got, like Alex got trucks. Alex got a dispatching company. This nigga really got these Benzes, and this shit already been here before niggas got on the computer. It's a smarter way of doing it, right? And long story short, man, Neo was telling me, we was on vacation. He was like, bro, you need to start a course. I'm like, hell no, they ain't finna put that scammer shit on me. Like, nah, bro, you thinking too small, man. We don't hear that shit. He was like, that's the small minds, bro. Yeah. He said, man, you was able to get your family out of poverty, nigga, but who you help? I'm like, damn. I've been helping people lose weight. I've been helping people get in the best shape of their life. I've been helping people get off insulin and all this shit, but I ain't putting no food on nobody's table for real, you know what I'm saying, outside of my employees. Yeah. So I'm like, damn, let me think of what the hell I done did. You know what I mean? So through all my different endeavors and shit like that, I'm like, oh, that worked. So I had two things that worked. Right. The girl at my front desk, she got these Airbnbs, right? So she used to have these study groups with her homegirls and shit. They having like a sleepover, and she got the chalkboard, and she teaching them how to get involved in the Airbnbs and shit. And I'm just like, oh, that's what's up. But she ended up asking me for a $3,000 loan. I'm like, what's a $3,000 loan for? She's like, I want to get an Airbnb. I'm like, I'll give you $1,500, but I'll give you $3,000. You ain't gonna do right. Like, you gotta have some skin in the game. Yeah. Gave her $1,500. She took the other $1,500. She took her $1,500 and paid the first month rent. Took my $1,500, got the TVs, the bed, and the couches and shit. I'm talking about, furnished it. And literally, she started becoming profitable after 60 days. In that the first month, it paid for itself. The second month, she started seeing profit, right? And that was a business I just ain't never checked back on. She just, my people, so she doing good. It's like, all right, bet. My brother come home from prison. this nigga needed a car and kept talking about a car. And I was like, all right, bet, go get a car. We go get him a car. And he keep calling me like, hey, bro, take me here. Take me. I'm like, you bought a lemon? He's like, nah, man, I put that shit on Toro. I'm like, what the hell is Toro? He like, Toro is like, it's like a rental car thing. It's like Airbnb for cars. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah. So, we just ran that play. And, I'm looking at a nigga making $1,200 a month off this car, $36 a day or $36 a day or whatever the hell it was. It was something small on that little Hyundai Accent, little $5,000 car, but he making $1,200 a month off it on house arrest. He can't leave the house, but he making money. I'm like, damn. So he's saving up money. He saved up another $5. Like, bro, I want to get another car. I'm like, here's the move. I'm like, nigga, we ain't gonna get no another car, nigga. We gonna take 5 because we gonna put 5,000 on 5 more, 1,000 on each car. Nigga, like, you sure? I'm like, yeah, nigga. Boom, make the move, nigga. We got 6 cars. He got 6 cars. He got a whole business, a whole fleet now.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like off of a 90 days, $6,000. You know what I mean? So I was trying to think of how would I give back? And those two instances popped up in my head. When you moving and grooving, it's just a dope ass story to tell your people. Like, man, I put my brother, you know what I mean? But it's just like, damn, how many people can benefit from this shit? Yeah. So my course was called 4K Pathway to Success, right? And I try to think 4K, like what? And again, I'm from the east side. Like I don't want no big ass. I need something that somebody can do with their taxes. What can I do with $4,000? Because that's like a question people ask me. I got 5,000. What can I do? So I put the two together. I did a course with Airbnb, Toro, and then this credit repair from my boy to get your shit together so you can go ahead and start getting approved for these cars and these, renters arbitrage and stuff we were doing, man. But long story short, man, I did that shit and it hit different. Wow. People were stopping me like, bruh, let me buy you lunch. Let me do this for you, man. You helped me out so much. Doctors, everybody was doing this shit. And it's just like, damn, so impactful. You know what I'm saying? I felt good. I had a community of niggas getting money under my umbrella, and it was just some shit. It wasn't even my idea. Wow. It was just like, damn, we got all ideas in our head. We don't even tell nobody because it's just like, I ain't trying to sell this shit. You ain't trying to do it, but it's just like, man, you gotta, who much is given, much is required. Like, that's right. You gotta. When you get to a certain level, man, you got to. Yes. You know what I mean? And I don't give a damn, you're a football player, nigga. Take your ass back to your high school for an hour, just show them niggas how to flip their wrist, whatever it is that you got to offer, man, it's important that you reach back, you know what I'm saying? Even if you got to charge, you know what I mean? Because, again, I gave that course, everybody gave that course away too. Ain't nobody did shit with it. Everybody who purchased it was lit.
That's how it goes. Bro, you had a great conversation with Neo, I think, about, talking about giving back always gives back. If you can, man, highlight that, because we got people, hey, they start making bread, they don't want to give back, or hey, I got mine, so I'm cool. Why is giving back so important for you?
Man, giving back is important. But the funny thing is, Neo has, me and him, we were like some giving back ass people, right? And then it just like, me and him got together, it was just like the forefront of, that. So, put our efforts together, man. But his mom really instilled that in him when he was making $100, he was putting 20 back into the streets, you know what I'm saying? So he was doing it at an extreme level, you know what I'm saying? He was doing it at a really, high level back then, because $20 out of your shit, that's 25% of your profit that you're giving back, you know what I mean? So when you think about it in that sense, and it never changed, when we got, like right now, you go check his story, I'm giving away $2,500 to, he's doing like some type of grant out of his own money, but the success stories is what, like making people, what I mean? Like the little boy that he got up under his umbrella, made $1 million in business, little Trey. Little Trey up in,
he's in Philly, right?
Yeah, Philly.
Spurgo.
Yeah, man, shouts out to him, but Neo just like took him up under his wing and gave back and just, but anyway, man, the blessing is like, you don't do it for that reason, right? You don't do it like, all right, God, like here I am, I'm giving this bread.
Are you watching?
Like, you do it because of how it make you feel. You do it because, like, at some point in time, like I was a free lunch nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like some point in time, I remember getting free T-shirts, and I just remember that shit. You know what I mean? So a lot of people who come from the environment remember who pulled up and put book bags on your back and shit like that when you was, in that environment, man. So, you just like, man, I got to be that same nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, bro? If you Google me, nigga, I'm on CNN for giving back. You know what I'm saying? Like my highest publications is for giving back. You know what I'm saying? Ain't none of this other shit I did. I got the most notoriety and shit like that. We shut down Kroger Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I remember
you know
that.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Every aisle.
That was hard.
We took over the cash register for hours and just ran up everybody tab. You know what I'm saying? But again, it wasn't just me and Neo. It was a whole group of people. You know what I'm saying? A bunch of entrepreneurs giving back. Yeah, man. But even I'm gonna tell you the hardest part about giving back. And I ain't gonna say the hardest part, but this is like the funny part of giving back, right? So you look at Mr. Beast, or you look at these people on YouTube, you see them giving back and stuff like that, right? It inspired people. You go through their comments, everybody is beautiful.
Yeah.
When a nigga record themselves giving back,
yeah,
why it's on tape? Why you niggas?
He's showing off. Yeah,
bro. Do you know when we took over Kroger? Them PTG niggas in New York did it. Niggas in LA did it. Chicago, everybody. Like, man, this shit bigger than your fucking little window of whatever you thinking, nigga. We influencing people. Let the influencers influence. Because at some point in time, a lot of these ideas that we had, we got it from somebody else. Somebody recorded, we saw it, we like, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? The haircuts in the park, all that. This is all shit we seen somebody else do.
Yeah.
So, man, I give niggas grace. Now, if somebody being just overly whatever with the camera, I get that. But it was just like, even at Kroger, we got to Kroger, bro, and it was like, damn near nobody was there. You know what I'm saying? We got on live, brought the whole hood out. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, we loaded. We got the bread to help everybody.
Yeah.
But it's just like when you start showing it, or, you know, now I got the clip from this. Now when I post this, y'all meet us at this place right here at this time. We got a good crowd. And we can touch more people. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of time, man, that shit be bigger than what people be thinking. You know what I'm saying? But we the only community, like I said, that just chastise the goddamn niggas who trying to help.
I'm mad at you for trying to help me.
Yeah, it's just like the comments be so negative. Like, why you recording? But if you really meant it from your help, why? I'm like, bro, whoa. It's a method to this shit.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, we trying to get everybody to do it.
Yeah.
We know bosses in every city. We popping our shit. E.T., Eric Thomas, that nigga said that shit on his what you call. He said, man, hey, y'all know them niggas out of Atlanta? You see what they did? That trickle effect, everybody did it. Like,
got to do it too.
Yeah, this ain't for everybody. You know what I'm saying? This is for Eric Thomas. This is for niggas who really about this shit.
Yeah.
Hey, we one up in each other in our neighborhood. We one up in each other. He took little boys to the Super Bowl right out the street. You know what I'm saying? Bus full of little boys to the Super Bowl.
Ain't cheap.
Yeah, bro. And it's just like, damn, now we got to get at E. You know what I mean? Like, that's our goals right now. That's what we trying to do. But again, we don't need to yapping from the damn peanut gallery.
Come on,
ain't help nobody. You ain't help nobody. You criticizing. You
Facts, bro. Because, all right, if you just like think about it overall, it's like a big catch-22 of, okay, if I wasn't giving back, y'all would say, Jason, he ain't doing nothing for the community. He don't give back. Then when you start to do that, he's showing off. As a boss, how do you handle people always being jealous sometimes? Because other gym owners, their gym, it might be quiet, it might be nobody in there and it's not lit. And then he scroll and he see you and you got everything popping. So how do you handle envy and jealousy and things
Man, you
like
know,
that?
so crazy. I've been, a lot of people who go through this shit been the same person for a long time. Right? So I've been the same person for a long time. You know what I'm saying? And just having like a high self-esteem, not meaning like cocky, but just like, I can do it. I could beat him. Like, I've always been like that. You know, I can't beat this nigga. I think I really believe I could beat this nigga in the race. You know what I'm saying? So it just has always been like that, man. So people don't like that shit. People don't like the nigga scoring all the touchdowns, and people don't like the nigga with the pretty girls. People don't like, so all
he
that
got
shit
everything.
People don't like what you got. But I'm like, nigga, my mom ain't buying me no Jordans. You got on Jordans. Wow. You look better than me. You know what I mean? But you ain't, your charisma, something ain't, you know, some of that shit just be in people. You know what I'm saying? And another thing is, man, people hate you because of the way people love you, right? But they don't love people like I love people either. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know niggas that don't hang with niggas because of how they look. Wow. Man, my phone, the niggas I be with, the same niggas I was with in 10th grade. It don't matter where I'm at. Nigga, jump in this Rolls Royce, me and my partner truck, he got a grill full of gold teeth, hood nigga. It's my nigga. Yeah. I trust him. This is my partner. It ain't shit changed. The pedigree is there. It's still there. You know what I mean? But people, and if somebody back there talking shit about me, guess what? He gonna stand on it.
Every time.
And now they really hate me because Why y'all sticking up for this nigga? Cause this nigga still with us. He's still out here. Yeah. This nigga still come play flag football at Gresham on Sundays. He's still part of us. You know what I'm saying? So people just can't stand little shit about you, man. But man, you can't help. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't give a damn who don't like me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? My mama like me. My wife like
I'm straight.
Shit, I'm cool. My kids like me.
Come on now.
Oh man, I'm good.
I love that, brother. At the Loft, bro, the vibe, the aesthetic is there. Anytime I see like that blue carpet, I already know where it's at. Talk to me, man, because aesthetic is so important. And oftentimes people don't have businesses, gyms where it looks like a regular old gym. What inspired that whole thought process with the carpet, with the vibe, the girls, the aesthetic, all of that?
So funny. I had a gym. My business partner had a gym. We brought our gyms together, right? And it was the blue turf was his idea. Yeah. And he studied this. I don't know if y'all know G. Bryant. Y'all look at his ass up on YouTube. He's a thought leader, right? But he just studied every damn thing. And he was just like, this color blue is inviting. He was like, man, when we put this blue turf down, he said, baby's gonna like swim in it. It's gonna be, he's saying all this shit. I'm like, nigga, it's blue. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? But bro, every baby walk in that gym, lay back on the damn.
It's iconic, man.
I said, this nigga said that shit. You know what I'm saying? He like, no, you don't want to do red because red brings anxiety. Yep. And I'm like, huh? Like, but he my guy. I trust him, so let's go with it. You know what I mean? So a lot of that shit came from him and his research and study, and he put me on. I'm like, yeah, you was right about that. You know what I'm saying? So, but the aesthetic as far as, you know, who I train and shit like that. Yeah. So one part of the story I missed was I was a club promoter. You know what I'm saying? So when it was time for me to start training people, I'm training the people that I was my customers. They was already coming to the club and shit like that, right? You would think that the people who wanted to work out was the people who needed to work out. But I found out it was the damn opposite. The people who looked like they was already in shape was the people that wanted to get in more shape. Yep. In my case, that's how it originally happened, right? So the waitresses and the girls who had their stomachs out and shit like that, they lined up first. Wow. And I'm like, oh, it's y'all. Okay, well, it's the same clientele. We just over here now. You know what I mean? And that's just how that shit happened. People are like, man, you only train a certain type of girl. I'm like, nigga, I'm around these folks for real. Because these people have been coming to my events and I've been needing them to pass out flyers and I've been already working with these folks. So now when it's time to get in shape, shit, they gonna come with me. So that's how that happened. But as far as like, and the pretty girls bring the rich niggas and you know, it's a method.
They always gonna follow each other.
It's a method to this shit now. You see me with Akon, it's because I train Akon wife. You see me with Rick Ross, so I train Rick Ross girl. Wow. But them girls always brought me to these niggas. So it's like, man, my little system worked. My little system worked, you know what I'm saying? And I done got a lot from the relationships with these people. You know what I mean? So
having a system, man, that's so important for any business owner, because if you don't, that is like life or death. Nice. How did you just start to learn, okay, this works for me? When did you know that?
I feel like that shit came from the 9 to 5. A lot of this shit came from the 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? It's like, even like the sales, like when I first got to the gym, man, it was, I got to the gym and like I said, it was nobody in there. And this is when I quit my job. So I just reached back into something I learned from a company, right? And they was like, bro, call everybody in your phone. And they was like, nigga, don't go A to B. They said, write down every number in your phone and you call everybody. You don't send no mass text, none of that shit. You call every single body in your phone, right? And you write down a note. They coming or they ain't. Monday, Tuesday, no, not interested, whatever. So I wrote down all these damn numbers, called all these damn people. And I almost got in my way, like I was telling you. I was looking at people like, man, this nigga don't need to work. I ain't calling him. You know what I'm saying? Oh, this a celebrity. I ain't calling this nigga, you know. But man, everybody I didn't want to call was the niggas who came. Everybody thought just, man, they don't need to work out. All them folks came. But I got out my own way and I just ran the play. You know what I'm saying? You don't hear me say that shit a lot because I just followed the directions of what we were doing back then. Wrote down all the names, called them people. Them folks came and the gym lit. You know what I'm saying? So that's a system. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That one system right there helped me out in that aspect of it. Everything, man. I just, you know, I say basic business principles apply to every business. Yeah. I have a daycare center. I have a healthcare company. I have an online fitness, and I have a gym. The same girl who run ads for all these businesses. The same girl who do my posted all these businesses. Like, I have a system. I have people in place to do all this shit. And it's all the same. You're just tweaking it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So don't think because this nigga own a beauty bar or something, like if he's successful, he probably can put you on some game on what you got going on.
Yeah.
And it's so funny. Every time I get in one of these businesses with these people, like my partner in the daycare, man, I'm telling you, child care different. My homegirl and my girl Crystal with the healthcare. I'm telling you, healthcare different. Man, I'm cranking that shit up. It's leads coming in. We closing deals. It's up.
Come on.
Man, y'all can't tell me I've been doing this shit.
Yeah.
Don't think your business is special. Don't think your business is special. Your business is just like everybody else's business. Run these damn plays, get this information and apply it.
Yeah. I love that, bro. From starting off, man, from the box to the gym to now multiple things going. When do you know, okay, it's time to expand? Because some people try to expand too early. People start thinking, hey, they ghost James St. Patrick. When do you know it's time to expand?
Man, so for me, it's always time, right? Meaning I've planted so many seeds, bro. When stuff went left, I was like, damn, I forgot about that 20,000 over there, that 10,000.
Just sitting over there.
Yeah, man. Like I got a story for every damn thing. Y'all so sick of me.
Nah, you good.
Bro, let me tell you. Jessica Lane, to say what I was telling you about Married Mike, right? And Mike, I'm talking about Mike from EYL, Earn Your Leisure. Shouts out to my boys.
Bet. Okay.
Yeah, Mike,
that's dope.
Yeah. Mike and Jessica Lane, she does the Forex. Anyway, man, little sis, she doing her thing. I'm like, yo, we need to record this shit. This need to be a course. You know what I'm saying? You giving away free on YouTube and things of that nature, but people got to piece this shit together. Let's just do it one time, right? And we put this course together. So we put this course together. Of course, her and Mike get together. She get pregnant, and then we never drop the course, but we put the link in both our bios. We do all the business, and we set up the bank account and all this shit, right? And we put the link in our bio, just never drop the course. So Circle of CEOs, I'm going to do something, deposit some money from one of our events. And I'm like, yeah, I'd like to deposit some money in my account. She's like, okay, cool. Let me get your ID. She said, what's your account? I was like, she only got one account. She's like, no, you got two accounts. I said, what other account? She said, Capital Blueprint. I said, oh, shit. I said, some money in there? She's like, yeah. I said, how much? She wrote that shit down, sent it to me. She's like, $71,000. I said, get the fuck out. What? We got $70,000 sitting over here?
That's a great surprise.
And, bro, I only put up like, what the hell we put up on that business? It might have been like $7,000, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like to get everything done, $7,500. It was $15,000 to get it shot and packaged, right? But it's crazy because I was investing when I didn't need to, right? But I tell people, man, because what happens in this entrepreneurship, like shit go up and down, right? And when I mean up and down, like, so follow me. I ain't been my brokest, but my bread and butter, I sold my company. And I got a lump sum of money and put it into my savings account. Right. But that money every month ain't coming in. So you broke. You like, damn, I can't keep pulling. I don't want to just pull from here. So I did like a 90-day plan to pull from here. You know what I mean? What I was missing, my salary, but I'm like, I can't just do that it's going to be gone in a couple of years. You know what I mean? Like, I got to do something else. So I started thinking about, damn, where I got money at? And that's how certain shit start coming up. Like, damn, once I figured that out with Jessica, I said, man, I did that with her. I did that with him. So I started checking accounts and shit like that. Oh, your half in there. Oh, your bread's sitting right there, bro. I'm like, damn. Planting them seeds when you don't need to, right? Don't just be so content with that bread you making, right? Don't be so content with just, nigga, if you got it, get your watches and your whips and your rims. Get all that shit you want. I ain't telling you don't get that. But man, what's next is setting up them businesses. That's right. Setting up them damn businesses. I'm in the healthcare business because my daughter's in nursing school. I ain't in this shit because I like sick, the elderly or whatever. I ain't in it because that ain't my passion. That's her passion. So what ended up happening when I sent her to school and she, in high school, she did dual enrollment. She became a CNA. Only thing is she was 17 when she graduated, so she had to wait till her 18th birthday. But my boy Gooch, hey, my daughter's CNA, I need to put her to work. Gooch put her to work, boom, boom, you know what I mean? And one of the girls that took Gooch's course had a company too. So I'm sending my daughter in between them two to get some work. And the girl that I'm sending it to, she like, man, I need some help with this shit. It's just me. I'm like, my daughter about to do this anyway. So I'm like, let me buy into your company, right? So the company was already established. I just bought into it, but I bought into it for her. So now my daughter, she come home, she got a job every summer. We starting to get clients now. So her money, my daughter's my business partner. I ain't buy this for her to be my employee. She just a CNA right now. So she can double dip, you know what I mean? But that business is going where it need to be going, right? And I got that drive and I got that desire to make this work because my baby girl, you know what I'm saying, it's her business.
Yeah.
Daddy just put that machine, that muscle behind it.
Come on.
You know what I mean? So, you know, a lot of times we be like, man, I'm starting this business. My kids can come up under here. My kids don't want to be no damn trainer. They made it clear as day. They don't want to be no trainer. Yeah. They don't want to be no firefighter. They don't want to be what we was. You know what I'm saying? I want to be this and I want to be this. Yeah. All right, cool. Well, let me start learning to like that shit. Let me start studying your business because I wanna give you the best shot that I possibly can as your father. That's right. You know what I mean? So that's where the healthcare shit came from. Her.
Hey. That's a cold story, bro. Man, you've been great this whole conversation, bro. At the very top of the conversation, you had mentioned about your grandfather with the cleaning service, right? And then I think about you, your daughter, she sees you, your son, ownership. Why is seeing Black people owning something so important? You saw it when you first touched down here. Why is that important?
Man, it's like a gateway to success, man. Just being a window. There's so many success stories. Like even like I bring up Neil again. Neil worked at a private jet company, like switching out the stuff when the private jets, cleaning them out and stuff like that. And he just like, I'm gonna be on one of these. Like, and I never, you know, once we start getting paper and stuff like that, I didn't never know this nigga obsession with these private jets. But you know, after talking, he like, man, I used to clean these. Like that's just his thing. So now we on private jets. We spend all this damn money. Like, hey, I ain't gonna keep jumping on these jets with y'all niggas. But I don't know but it was like a personal thing with him. You know what I'm saying? But he saw it. He gunned after it. It was just like, I can do it too. You know, we was talking yesterday. He was saying his mom sent him to an all white school, right? 1,000 kids, 50 Black kids. And he said coming from wherever he from in the hood, he like, man, they parents got Range Rovers and he just saw it. He was exposed to it. And you can never be unexposed to something that you're exposed to. Once you see it, you can't unsee it, right? And he saw it and he couldn't unsee it. And the bar was set, you know, and I could see that with some of the people that's around me and some of the, like, it's so funny, like we do these conferences and stuff like that. These young people that's seeking information. Now we've been doing this shit for so long. Them 19-year-olds, these niggas in Benzes now. You know what I'm saying? These niggas, and I'm looking at it like, damn, they was seeking that information. They was trying to get it. They was trying to, you know what I mean? Yeah. And, you know, to that point, that's how I met Neil. That's how I met him 500. These are my business partners, a circle of CEOs. We at Grant Cardone, 10X conference in Vegas. We paying these $2,000 VIP tickets to be closer to the stage to get this information. We in the crowd, right? We paying to get the information. We paying to go to the after mixer and all this stuff to get more information, right? And boom, I ended up starting and making millions of dollars with these niggas. You know what I'm saying? Because we all was seeking to get information. We was all on the same page and we saw what they were doing. We saw it. We like, shit, man, they ain't smarter than us. These ain't doper than us, man. We can do this shit too. You know what I mean? And we just kind of collectively and everybody, man, I got an old picture of everybody from like back then and it's just like everybody lit now. You know what I'm saying? We went on to start throwing our conferences, you know what I'm saying, the recession-proof conference and the formula conference, and we got 3,000, 4,000 people in the crowd and shit like that. But those people that you're talking to in the crowd and the people that you're touching are people who we expose to this information, right? People that start eventually joining our courses and our mentorships and or my partnership and this and third, but they were seeking that information. And bro, when I tell you the level of people that I see that are successful, that were niggas that had a t-shirt brand. Nigga, you doing credit now? You doing, it don't even matter. Nigga, I switched it, whatever. I took this, nigga, I'm doing stocks now. You know what I'm saying? I'm rocking with trap. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, but they just was hungry and they knew everything you want in life is on the other side of what you do not know. That's right. Go figure it out. Go get that information. How do I get the information? Pay for it. Study, learn, you know what I mean? So, just being exposed to shit, man, and seeing it in other people who, I'm like, damn, that group of niggas just did exactly what we just did. And look at them. Wow. They ain't around this motherfucking Tesla trucks and acting up at 21 years old. They got like a head start on that shit. You know what I'm saying? So, man, anybody watching shit, man, it's just, it ain't never too early. It damn sure ain't never too late. You know what I'm saying? It's just, you know, continuous education is what I contribute a lot of my success to. Most definitely. As I keep going. You know what I'm saying?
That's real, bro. At the Loft, and seeing you, bro, on Instagram, I can see you training somebody. You could be in the office. I'm like, man, he don't mind getting dirty. And, you know, thinking about you being on the trucks. It's that same mindset. Unfortunately, though, we do have some black people who own businesses who don't want to do small things like open up doors or open up, close down, because it's like, I'm the owner.
Yeah.
However, on the contrary, I see you like, I don't care. I'm going to do anything.
Facts.
Where does that mindset come from? Because the average person's like, yo, I'm successful. I got the loft. It's packed. I'm cool. Where does that come from?
Funny thing is, I was one of them niggas too. I tried to retire once. You know what I mean? I'm like, man, it's lit. I ain't going back
cool.
to the gym. I ain't waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning. And I did that, and I was just at home like, oh God, what is this? Like, what am I doing? I'm too young. I'm vibrant. I'm lit. I want to go yell at some people and make them do some work, make people sweat. So it was short lived, but you know, and that wasn't being lazy or that wasn't being. But I'm like, I can go do something else. You know what I'm saying? I got that set up. Nah. I was drawn back to that, you know what I'm saying? Because again, that work ethic, once that shit in you, it's like, it's in you. Yeah. Crazy thing is, like, people be like, I had a lady tell me at my gym, she was like, Mr. Lobdell, how you doing? I'm like, what's up? I hug you every day. What's up? She like, that's the point. You hug me every single day.
Where you been?
They just told me you the damn, nah, not even that. Oh. They just told me you own this place. You know what I'm saying? Like, she just an older lady in the gym. And I'm like, come here, bring your ass. You know, I'm hugging and high-fiving. I'm just operating. They might see me take out the trash and shit like that. But it just don't, I didn't look like I was the owner. You know what I mean? I just looked like a nigga who was in, I just like I was at work. You know what I mean? But that stuck out of my head. She was just like, they just told me you own this place. I've been coming here for 3 months and I did not know that you were the owner. And I thought about it. I was just like, damn. I want to keep it that way.
That's right.
I want it to be like, even I say this like when me and my guys out, like when I first ran into money and stuff like that, I ain't want nobody to know who, like he the boss. Like shit, we all, you know what I mean? Like I don't gotta be in front to be like, we all gonna go have a good time. We gonna do this shit together. I feel like that in the gym. Like I'm on the training floor. My wife is on the training floor. We don't say, hey, this is my area, y'all stay out my area. Like, shit, we be wanting to get on the machine. I got my workout written out for the day. These niggas on the machine. I'm like, I gotta switch it up on the pivot. You know what I'm saying? Because they're my equal when we under this roof. I might pay the bills, but you know, shit, when I put that shirt on, nigga, I'm a trainer. I'm in my training bag. I'm at work. You know what I mean? So I just think that's important, man. I just think it's important to be whoever you was when you started, man, be that same person. Yeah, because you never know. Them tables be turning. Man. Them tables have turned on me a couple times. It's like, oh shit. Oh, hold on. Wait, whoa. Yeah. And something else pop up and I'm good. You know what I mean? But it's just like, because I planted the seeds. I planted the relationships. I've been kind to people and I've been friends with the niggas I ain't think I would be friends with. And they like, hey, bro, I got an opportunity for you. Hey, come meet me. Damn, that's a bag. You know what I'm saying? It just, stuff like that always come up when you just, you know, it's hard to fake being kind for a long time. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not faking. I'm not pretending to be a decent person. You know what I'm saying? Integrity is what they say about you when you ain't in the room. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you gone, like, what they gonna say about you when you walk out the gym? Man, I ain't standing. I don't get that. You know what I'm saying? The same people been around me for years.
I love that, brother. I only got 2 more questions for you. Then, man, we're gonna be done, bro. Man, seeing your overall journey, everything that you've gone through, why is it so important to have a rider, a good woman by your side? Because again, like what we talked about earlier, people have boxes that got to get checked. And during those moments of being broke, it's like, man, I ain't got to be with him, but she stayed. And now y'all are reaping all the rewards from that. But why is that important?
Man, it's important, man, because, you know, I always say your second set of eyes, right? I always believe in that. Like even when I go to the club or someplace, I got my brother, he in the corner looking at you, looking at me. Like second set of eyes, I always believed in that. Like I don't know it all. I ain't got it all figured out. I need help, right? And my wife has always been like my unofficial secretary, my unofficial everything. Like, you know, I don't know how to pay a light bill. Who the hell is our light company? I don't know a lot of shit, you know what I mean? But I just trust her so much, you know what I mean? And when it comes to business and my endeavors and shit like that, the way I trust her is the way she trusts me. That's right. Like, man, I can't, this nigga ain't showing me no flaw yet, you know what I mean? Like, it got rough. We done sent some cars back and got some repos, but it ain't never got that bad, you know what I mean? And, you know, her trusting me, and I think she's seen that superpower. Like, damn, that one time I trusted that nigga and I ain't want to. Boy, we blew up. You know what I mean? Now it's just like, shit, we sit down and have business meetings, me and my wife, and it's like, we sit down and talk. And I'm like, oh, no emotional. I ain't your husband right now. We talking business. Like, let's get through this. I'm gonna take you to dinner so we can talk and get through this shit. You know what I mean? So we've learned how to operate so well, man. And it's almost like my wife is that picture you ever see, like if you ever see like a lion and a lioness, right? The lioness, like the lion about to get in the fight, you'll see the woman come and put her head right here. She covering his throat so the other thing can't. Like she protecting him. Even she under him, she protecting. She on go. You know what I'm saying? It don't look like it, like she cowering up under him, but really, she in protection mode, right? And my wife, she is protecting me when sometimes she tell me no. Sometimes she like, nigga, you tripping. You spinning too much. You doing too much. Yeah. And I used to be like, man, you can't tell. Nah, can't do that. Can't. I had that attitude. I had that, man, I'm the boss. Can't nobody. She won't be my boss so bad. I just like, man, you know what, let me let her. Because I ain't got the windpipes to be arguing with her ass. You know what I mean? But, you know, I know she mean well. Yeah. I know we on the same page.
She loves you.
It ain't who right, who wrong. Is what's right, what's wrong.
That's right.
Let's get to the bottom of let's get to the solution faster together. You know what I'm saying? And with that being said, man, we got 100%. We locked in.
Yeah, I love that, man. On the way out, bro, we got young dudes that's trainers, especially here in Atlanta. You know, if they moving from like a small town, they probably never seen this amount of black women, beautiful women, all of that. And then they do start training. Sometimes they can start fraternizing with the clientele and they get too personal, or they start missing payments. As a trainer, as a male trainer, female trainers, how should they go about drawing clear boundaries of just keeping it business and not blurring those lines when it comes to that?
Man, you know, a lot of times, so this is one of my secrets. Yeah. My wife be, like I said, when I was at my secretary and all that, like, y'all late on y'all rent, tell her. You know what I mean? This ain't no boyfriend-girlfriend relationship. Like, you ain't gonna bat your eyes at me. You got to pay her. Real. You know what I'm saying? So that's like one of my tricks as of lately. Yeah. Infusing her in between me and a lot of shit. You know what I mean? And before that, it was just, you know, man, you gotta conduct business. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You really gotta conduct business. And I think for me, people like, man, they look at my gym, see them girls, man, God damn, how you do it, man? You married? How you? This ain't nothing, nigga. I come from the club. I used to be at the strip club working. Wow. Like I come from a whole different ball game than this. This shit ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? But you know, some young men ain't exposed to beautiful women and shit like that. So it's exciting to them and things of that nature, man. But again, man, ain't nobody gonna take your business more serious than you. Yeah. If it's a little chink in your armor, if it feel like, man, I ain't gonna pay this nigga in my DM compliment and hard eyes, I could be late. I could pay him, take this month off, and you get 1 month off, boy, I ain't gonna never pay you again. You know what I'm saying? So what's important to you? You know what I'm saying? Your business or your penis. You know what I mean? So you gotta pick. Man. You know what I mean? Shit. And nigga ain't get here, you know, this far, and I don't know too many successful trainers who out here just living La Vida Loca. I know them niggas, they ain't got no money neither. You know what I'm saying? They doing all that training and partying and kicking it, and I don't see too much business being handled. You know what I mean? So, man, just lock in. Yeah. Lock in, man.
Lose money chasing women.
Yeah, shit. Yeah, that can happen.
Never lose women chasing money. But, yeah, man, that's a crazy thing. All right, very last question for you, brother. Where do you see Jason Lobdell, Mr. 2 Weeks Out, as a father, husband, business owner, everything within the next 5 to 10 years?
Within the next 5 to 10 years, I see me transitioning into a CEO role in what my kids got going on. You know, even they're young now, but in 5 years, my daughter will be a nurse, an RN. You know what I'm saying? She's already gonna have a business. Like I could see me already just. It's different levels, right? Like I tell my son, he keeps saying he want to be an entrepreneur. I don't need to go to college. I'm like, nigga, you're going to college. Yeah. I don't give a damn what you do. You're going to college.
He'll appreciate it.
There's nothing to do 18 to 22, no. Sir. Trust me. I was outside, nigga, working.
That's real talk.
Shit wasn't fun. Yeah. Go to school. Be a Q dog. I don't give a damn what you do. Go play some football. Go. Yeah. Whatever. Yeah. You're going to school, right? And, you know, I just had to tell him, like, bro, you know the doctor's office we go to? Like, you know that it's in that plaza? That's his building. Like, nigga, he's an entrepreneur. The dentist we go to, the black dentist we go to, you know, it's a freestanding building. It's not in the hospital. It's not at the bottom of Kaiser. Like, nigga, they're entrepreneurs. You know what I'm saying? These health clinics, all these bosses, all these people you see we go to and stuff like that, they're entrepreneurs. They went to college. They went to, even these nurses, they got these IV clinics and stuff like that. I'm telling my daughter, like, listen, cosmetology, like they doing the lip injections and all that shit. Like, these girls is nurses too. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, go get your paperwork and then you could pivot. You know what I'm saying? Go learn. You know what I mean? I'm not even in no rush for my daughter. This business is already tracking to make 6 figures in the next like 60 days. Come on. Once all these paperwork, we got our first client. It don't take a lot of clients to get paid in this business. One client can pay you $10,000, right? If you got the right case. And we got a good case for the first one. So we already there. She gonna be matching her salary, but still go to school, still do all that shit because we don't know how long this gonna last.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? We don't know how long. Let's put the shit on your back, right? But I need you to get here first. Yeah. But I just see me putting my effort in whatever my kids got going on outside of my shit, because I'm setting up some forever stuff. But I think that their life is gonna be my second half of my life.
That's all right. I love that. Man, hey, Mr. 2 Weeks Out, I appreciate you greatly, brother, man. I salute you as a Black man, as a father. You're doing great things, and you've been doing great things. So,
appreciate you, bro.
I salute you. Also, for all the people who trying to get fit for 2025, how can they tap in with the Loft, get in touch with y'all, all that good stuff?
Gotcha, man. If you're in Atlanta, we're at the Loft Athletic Club, 275 Decatur Street, or the Loft Atlanta on Instagram. Yeah. If you're not in Atlanta, I can still get you fine as hell. Fit Formula 21, no spaces, fitformula21.com, or Fit Formula on Instagram. All the links are in my bio, Mr. 2 Weeks Out. I'm getting you in shape either which way. And if you got a baby and you stay on the south side, Old National, I got a daycare, Mills Academy. We got you covered too there. So y'all just tap in with me, man. Everything I got going on my page, and excited to share everything I got going on with everybody. Got any questions, man? My DM's wide open. I answer, I talk, whatever.
That's facts, bro. Hey, I can attest to that for sure. Yes, sir. Love, man. Y'all, that is Mr. 2 Weeks Out. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Show him some love. Get in the gym as well, y'all. Blessed be your host, Caleb Smith.
Let me say this real quick.
For sure. Let's do it.
I'm working on not saying the N-word so much. When I start flowing, I say the N-word. If you made it to the end of this podcast and without doing all that typing, why you keep saying nigga? I'm trying. I promise.
Authentic self.
That's my flaw.
I love that.
That is my flaw, and I'm working on it. I promise you. Bro.
You good, bro? Nobody's perfect, man. Sure. Nobody's perfect, but man, thank y'all. Until next time, peace.